Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So Alliance War season is back and it's better than ever. Right, so in the very first war of the Alliance War season 46, I want to say, New Nation is taking on a PYCB. So a very, good Masters level Alliance. We have played them quite a lot of times, so should be a good war. We have Kingpin, Hood, and Mr. Sinister. And, well, let's take it for a spin. Now, I have not had too much experience with the crush defensive tactic. Therefore, we're kind of going, I'll tank whatever damage I have to, and I'll nuke what I can root. That's why we have the full team for Kingpin, because obviously with Mr. Sinister, whenever opponent throws special attack, they are power locked for a bit, will result in them having less specials. And Hood just in general to let me shrug off more stuff. So I'm gonna start off with the mandatory boosts. I'm gonna need plenty of those. And spoiler alert, this war did not go as planned, but for the most part it actually did. I just played horribly in one of the fights, and that's totally on me, not the tactic, by the way. Anyhow, this is why Kingpin is so good. So we're going up against Titania. And this is steady build-up, fury, long-distance relationship, heal block, debuff, insult injury, and crush. Obviously, Titania is a tactic defender as well, which means whenever she throws special attacks, I will in fact be rooted. So, let's see what happens here. So, I do make a small mistake here. I do run in and hit her. Well, she's unstoppable. Whoopsie, that's on me. So, 18% of damage in this fight is definitely on me. And for the most part, we're going to see Kingpin go to work, so I'm going to activate my level 1, which significantly reduces opponent's damage. And past that point, we're going to go for another level 1. And now, ideally, I would have preferred if she didn't throw her special. She does, but with 2 of the degens on, at that point, the special hardly tickled. So effectively, had I not made my mistake, I would have finished this fight pretty much perfectly healthy. So far, so good. Kingpin's the GOAT, and we can, head further down the line and see how we do. Next, I need to deal with Quicksilver, and this is a bit trickier. This is steady build-up unblockable node, which means that, well, they will be unblockable most of the fight, because Kingpin will inevitably get the 3 debuffs on him. On the upside, Kingpin's also going to be purifying debuffs, so he himself will go unblockable. Basically, we're both going to be unblockable for a while. And other than that, let's see how Kingpin does. So I'm starting this fight with 91% health. He's unblockable. I bait out a heavy attack. Sweet. I just want to get to my level 1. And now I get an extra rage from his evade. We are critting a little bit. Kind of want him to throw that level 1. I definitely do not want him to throw level 2s, because I have 0 chance of dexing that one. Anyways, so hopefully he throws his level 1 right. And in this war, I immediately remembered that we actually do have some AI issues in this game. But at this point, I am unblockable, and he wasn't, so I actually got in a parry. He went for his evade. I'm going to go in for a level 1 just to reduce his attack, and hopefully he throws it, but he catches me on a dashback, so I clearly haven't been playing too well. Here I try to escape as much of the punishment as I can, but I still get smacked. So realistically, though, I would have made through this fight kind of fine. There's nothing too crazy happening, and Kingpin's an absolute GOAT. Now, this is the mistake. Ironically, the non-tactic defender, right? The defender that's non-tactic. So I heal up here, and here I just screw up. I have, no real good excuse here. He even has Recall Masteries on, which is something that we're going to be talking about a bit further in the video. I'm going to activate my level 1, which is going to be awesome, and she's absolutely melting. I'm thinking, I have this in my pocket here. I'm going to try and dex at level 1. I fail, obviously. But with me failing, that gives her the crit charges. I do get my intercept here. And here what I should have done is just be patient, bait out a special 1, and we're good. But this is just me being awful, really. I should not have thrown that level 1. Panicked, shaking off the rust. Matchup was fine. But Shuri is such a silent death trap as well, in between unblockable level 1. If you happen to eat that, she gains the crit charges, and then if you make a mistake, basically immediately dead, which is exactly what happened here. Not a fault of tactic, a fault of KT1. Absolutely trash start of the season, but it sucks. It really does. This is not what you want to be doing. At the not least because it also costs a lot to heal up, and this season we're gonna need lots of it. So this one's definitely my bad. I apologize to my team. I suck sometimes, and now I just need to finish up the fight, and job's done. The recalls and everything else, the degen, we're good. We're good. Then, after I have given away a very embarrassing death, this is also not a good start of the season. This would be actually a very cool war video had I not made mistake. But now it's gonna be Kingpin against the Thang. And the Thing is tactic defender. Now, luckily, against the Thing, I'm relatively comfortable dexing his, specials whilst rooted. I think I have had some practice with that as well. And here it is Hazard Shift, Stun Immune, Mini Boss. So I'm just going for my level 1, reducing his ability accuracy and reducing his rock stacks. Now I'm just throwing my second level 1. Now I will dex perfectly. And as we can see, he's not really gaining many rock stacks or power, by the way. And because of his reduced ability accuracy, I can effectively be like super aggressive here. And here I'm gonna go in for a striker, and look at that damage. And then I just drop a nice heavy and another nice heavy. And here we go, another level 1. Man, I love Kingpin. And here I'm starting to spam some heavy attacks for funsies. I do trigger protection there. Here he resisted me, but I immediately used my level 1 to get out of the situation. And here in the very end, I do get a little bit too greedy, I'll admit. Because I had this fight in the pocket. This is also my last fight. Now he goes unstoppable at the very end. But that's it, job's done. And that was a very, very jolly fight. I always love when I can do some belly bumping. But ultimately, I got off relatively easy this war, I'd say. The tactic, I died, but it was clearly not because of the tactic. And the tactic fights were quite manageable thanks to the big chungus. I do understand that the experience is not the same for everybody. I also do understand that this is a Christmas season, and this is going to be an Alliance War season going all through Christmas and New Year's. Therefore, evidently, there will be a lot of teams who ain't even trying this season, and I don't blame them. I don't blame anyone. In fact, if it was up to me, I'd probably prefer taking it easy this season as well, or at the very least, this stands for Alliance. But, whatever. My team's decided that we're going to play. So I'm going to play. I'm not going to be the one bringing down my team in that regard or throw a hissy fit about it. But from this screenshot already, we can take like 2 important takeaways. The death count is definitely going to be higher this season because New Nation already gave up 12 deaths, including one of my own, in 114 fights. Obviously, in any other time, in any other season, in any other war, really, that would be an absolutely abysmal score. I have a feeling that's not going to be that big of a score for this season. I'm actually very, very curious to know your death count, guys, currently in the wars that you are playing. Because I have seen some ridiculous screenshots. That said, we can clearly see that PYCB is not taking this war serious, which was also clear from the fact that some people have placed with recall masteries. They're giving away 176 deaths. And yeah. This is going to be very, 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 very interesting Alliance War season in general. And the thing that I ponder the most is how Kabam feels about this Alliance War season. Like, what is the general, true stance here? Like, do they admit that they screwed up? Do they admit that they pissed off so many Alliance War players? Do they think there's something wrong with the tactic, or it was intentionally meant to slightly increase the difficulty? The fact that plenty of alliances are just not playing, be that because the tactic is BS, or be that they couldn't delay Alliance War season for 2 weeks, for whatever reason, for the first time in like 3 years. Well, be that as it may, the first war's in the books. Because this tactic is so scary, I will be going back to uploading war videos because, I think a lot of people will be genuinely curious how much healing I will have to do, how many deaths there will be. And even though I died once, I'm not going to count this to like some sort of tactic BS. This was absolutely not a BS fight. This was just me being bad. But here I am, and here is the war. Let me know how your season's going, whether your team's playing, and I will catch you guys soon. Bye-bye! Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information